Hello. So we are on card number 2 and our stone number 2, and we have the wishing stone. Okay, this is an actual wishing stone that I got from the lake, and it's beautiful. So this card will be for you. Okay. We have the wishing stone. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into it. Everybody got one of these cards. I felt more compelled to put it under here, which I do love. But we are gonna go ahead and read this card first, which is air. We are currently in Gemini season, so that's right on, spot on. But we got air, so we're gonna go ahead and read that, okay? And don't worry, I'll get into what the wishing stone means at the end. So for air, we have logic, critical thinking, facts, information, research, and reasoning are required at this time. You may also need more information before proceeding. Drawing this card asks you to call on the element of air to help you in finding healthy resolutions. Meditate with this symbol to call on more of the air element in your life. Enhance logical thought and inspire new ideas. Use incense, channel writing, and journaling to enhance the power of this element. Okay? This is the air alchemy symbol. Okay, so it's basically saying you need a little bit more brain and maybe a little bit less heart. Okay? A little bit less emotions. Feelings do not equate facts, right? Our emotions are valid. We also have to look at the situation and how we can allow ourselves to live in the situation without compromising our emotions or ignoring them. But we also want to make sure that we are thinking about it wisely, logically, add in that air, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and get into adjustments are required, okay, which is third quarter moon, which we're kind of actually getting into a little bit. Actually, no, we're not. My bad. But we're in third quarter moon, okay? So adjustments are required, which kind of makes sense with the whole logical air. Maybe you need to make some adjustments mentally with facts, okay? So also the third quarter moon is about reevaluating, balance, and trust. Reevaluate, balance, and trust is what the third quarter moon is about. But let's go ahead and get into it. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're thinking about, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. Yeah. This card also comes with a promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. Okay? Again, have you been feeling these emotions a little too much and just be like, this is what it is. This is what I'm feeling. This is what's going on. Your feelings do not mean that this is currently what's going on. That's not what that means. That is not what that entails for you, okay? Your feelings are to help guide and lead you in a way of balancing, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling it. So what can I do moving forward, right? It says the affirmation is, I am re-evaluating the situation. Taking a step back, breathing. Like they said, meditating, channeling, writing, which means you are channeling. And then for them to say you are a vessel, which means you are being filled up, but what are you filling yourself up with? And how are you acting out with what you have filled yourself up with? Because what goes in has to go out. What goes up must come down. Okay? Additional meanings are your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. And you can't think of a plan logically and reasonably and mindfully and carefully if your emotions are in the way, because then you're going to be led by those emotions, and emotions are fleeting. Emotions are fleeting. They're here and then they're gone. You may ponder on it a little bit longer than you need to, but they're here and then they're gone. Okay? Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation. Trust in yourself. Trust that you are able to balance your emotions and your feelings. I'm really emotional. I'm feeling it. Your emotions and your mind, okay? Balancing all of that, especially with air energy also being the heart chakra. Are you opening your heart enough to accept things that are needed and necessary for you, but also releasing what isn't and healing? It takes a while. It takes a little bit. But adjustments are required. You need to adjust your mindset, adjust what you are doing to deal with your emotions, adjust what you need to do for your life and your plan that you had. Doesn't mean you need to change your goal or your dreams, but you may need to change how you are going to get there and or accomplish it, okay? It says, at the time of the third quarter morning moon, we know where we have been, but where are we going, okay? It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. Okay? Release that what currently isn't working out for you. If I let it go, it's because I'm allowing something better in. Releasing that if I feel this emotion and I allow it to go through my body and I let it out, it's all going to work out in the end. Okay, I'm trusting that with me changing my plan and releasing that I can only be this way, can only be this way, that it's all going to work out. Okay, let that air in. Air, it gets, you ever get in there and it's like stiff, murky air? We don't want that. Okay, we have the bullshit you've been giving me. I blocked that. No wonder you've been feeling blacked up. So again, once you tap into your emotions, you're able to, again, stop things that are not for you. Stop people that you don't want to be around them, you're not feeling it anymore. And that can also be why you're kind of in your emotions. A little bit up and down, a little bit feeling that. But the bullshit you've been giving me, I blocked that. No wonder you've been feeling backed up. So whoever you decided to exit out of your life, whoever the situation you decided to move from even, right? It can be a company, it can be a person, it can be a family member, it can be a lover, whatever it is. You just like, I'm stopped listening to your bullshit because it is affecting my feelings. It is affecting my emotions and how I think. And I cannot blame you for me being affected, but I can take responsibility and stop that shit. Oops, sorry, Bubba. I will come up. I'm sorry, baby. And I can take that into account, that it's no longer working for me. That bullshit you were giving me, I blocked it. And I blocked you. The next we have is don't take anything personally. Let it go and breathe. Again, you need to release. You need to let go. You need to understand that you cannot take anything personally because then you're carrying it with you. You are carrying it with you. If something exciting is coming around the corner, if we are still able to go towards our goals with this air energy and allow that to happen, why are we taking things that is bullshit? Why are we allowing ourselves to overthink that? Why are we allowing ourselves to just sit in that emotion or in that feeling? It's no longer working for us, okay? We need critical thinking. We need to research, like reevaluating, taking a step back, calling the element for a healthy resolution, okay? Don't take anything personal because that isn't healthy. Don't take that on. You still need to breathe. And you cannot breathe and you are suffocating yourself, which is why you also got air energy. It's so funny they said breathe, let it go. Breathe. You need some fresh air, baby, and that's okay. You need some fresh air, you need some fresh aspects, you need a fresh outlook, okay? Next that we have, I want to get into a little bit of the hidden truth. So what you may be hiding and what may be on your mind and your emotions. So let's go ahead and get into that. Yeah, you're really in your emotions. Because the first card that we have is I love you unconditionally. You should never love anyone unconditionally but yourself. But yourself. I feel like everybody should come with conditions. If you overstep my boundaries, no. If your logic or your standpoint is harmful to me and or others, no. If there are conditions to loving other people, and that is okay, that is a-okay. That is why they are set in place. It's not saying if you feel, it's saying if this happens, I know how to still love myself and remove you from it, right? You can still keep the love that I gave you, but I can no longer give you more love, can no longer give you more access. But with you loving someone unconditionally, it also warps and fucks with your emotions, because you are going to continuously see the best in them. The way that you love yourself, or are supposed to love yourself unconditionally, if you are still working on it, is that no matter what happens, you give yourself grace, patience, understanding, and forgiveness. People deserve that to a certain extent, to a certain limit. But if you're doing that unconditionally, and they already said that you're a vessel, you're pouring into yourself, you are in your emotions, you need to call more on air, think a little bit critically, and you gather some information, reevaluate the situation, maybe you shouldn't be loving people unconditionally and not this person. Because they got you out of balance and out of whack, and we need you to adjust so that way you can plan for the future, for your goals. We're at the third quarter moon. Third quarter moon, readjust and reevaluate. Okay? Baby. We have, I lost myself for a little while. The reason I'm reacting, because I just pulled the card and then I went on. But I lost myself for a little while. And you will when you love somebody unconditionally. You definitely will, because you're no longer thinking about yourself. You're thinking about, how can I love them? How can I care about them? How can they see me? How can we have this feeling? How can we have this emotion? Because I want to feel that way again. But you're not thinking you want to feel that way, what you felt in the past, but things have changed. Your mindsets have changed. Your goals have changed. They have changed. They have shifted. So you're loving an idea unconditionally, and you're convincing yourself that you are loving this person unconditionally, but you are just loving the feeling that you had at the beginning, because you want to feel that way again. And you at this point, you're kind of not caring that you lost yourself for a while. You rediscovered yourself, and with this rediscovery, without working on what you need to readjust, you are really rediscovering some emotions that you felt in the past, and that's okay. But again, emotions are fleeting. You need logic in this situation, in this moment. You need to readjust. You need to think critically. You need to meditate, channel, journal. But right now, you don't love the person unconditionally. You love the feeling that they gave you in the beginning. And you want to recreate that so much that you are losing yourself, possibly again, and or did lose yourself. And which is a little odd, because it says, I know I was a distraction from your pain. Maybe you want to be needed. You have this necessity of needing to be needed and not to be wanted. You want to be wanted, which is also probably why you love people unconditionally, because if you love them unconditionally, they'll always need you, because you'll always be there. You'll always be readily available. How can you think about your own plans, your own goals, and readjust them in a way that is logical, that is mindful, that is set in a way that is going to allow you to think 10 to 20 steps ahead in the best possible way, right? But if you know that you're a distraction from someone's pain, is giving out, I have this longing feeling of needing to be needed. If you want me, that's even better, but if you need me, that's what I want. No. You only need yourself. You should want other people, because when you want people, it allows a true desire to get to know them, get to care about them, get to understand them, get to indulge in them. But when you feel the need to be needed, you feel entitled. You take things personally. You love them too unconditionally, to the point where you're breaking your back and losing yourself to do things for them. right? Don't take anything personal. You need to stop that bullshit that they have been feeding you and that you have been eating. Who eats shit? Do you eat shit? No. So don't eat shit. And stop eating the shit, because you need to love yourself unconditionally at this time, so that way you can actually go into yourself and plan for what you know. Because at the end of the day, it says we both know I am not the one for you. We both know I'm not the one for you. It's this needing to be needed that is getting your emotions all awry, that is getting your mind astray from what your true goal should be, right? If you know you were as a distraction for someone, if you know that wasn't the reality of the situation, you are really in your emotions because, again, you want to feel that feeling again of being with them or whatever emotion that they gave you, but you're not using logic to what they're giving you now, to what they're telling you now, to what's happening now, to what you need to do now for your future, okay? Oh, child. Okay? You lost yourself for a little bit, that's okay. Because if you lost yourself for a little while, guess what? You can find yourself, baby. You can find yourself, okay? Let's get into this. Woo. Okay. We're going to start with pregnancy. Now, you could be actually pregnant, or you could have been wanting to get pregnant with this person or not, but with the card, with something around the corner with your plans, and they keep mentioning your plans and just continually do you. It could be a pregnancy of an idea, of a new plan, of a new action, pregnancy of new manifestations, new projects, new ideas. But you are currently pregnant. So pregnancy is you are expecting something. Like I said, something is around the corner. You are expecting something, right? So right now you're pregnant, okay? Oof. And what they want you to do is ask for more, because you deserve it. You deserve more. You deserve to have that love given to yourself unconditionally, so that way you know what you're worth, you know what you can ask for, you know what you will allow, you know what's out there for you. You're able to plan a lot better because you know what you deserve and you know what you're not going to take, right? You understand that. Ask for more because you deserve it. And not just in like material things, but also ask for more communication. Ask for better understanding. Like, just ask for certain things, other people, and also ask the air spirit. They literally said ask the air spirits for help. Ask them for help because you deserve it. You deserve the help. You always want to be needed, but then you feel like you don't need yourself, and you're neglecting yourself in that way. And you do need yourself, because your body is what's in motion. Your body and your presence and your energy is what's giving to other people. Do you not think that you need yourself? You need yourself. Ask for more. You deserve it, okay? And they want you to stop settling for mediocrity. Settling for mediocrity. Stop settling for mediocrity. You keep reliving this. You are taking things personal. You are settling because of this feeling of wanting to be needed. And you notice I said wanting to be needed, because that want is what drives you. That want is that force. That want is, I want this dream. I want this goal. I want this person. I want this doll. I want this car. I want. And sometimes our wants can turn into needs. And sometimes that is not a good balance. Especially if we are relying on the need of people needing us. And you start to settle for not asking for more because you deserve it. You start to just settle for what you are given. You are settling for the bullshit. You are settling for old feelings that you keep thinking about. You are settling for knowing that you and this person are not right for each other, but you're going to settle for it because they need you. And bear needs to eat, but I'm not going to run out into the woods and offer myself the fuck up. Okay, you need to recognize that you also need yourself, because this is another sad love story. It's not going to end the way you want. Stop hanging around people just because they need you, just because they enjoy your presence. How do you feel about this person? Do you even like this person anymore? Do you like being around this person anymore? Or think about a list of things that you actually want. Right? I want somebody that we can have interesting conversations with. I want somebody where we can hang out. I want somebody that's okay with approaching me when they have an issue. I want somebody that is understanding and loving, but they also have boundaries, so that way I understand that I want recognize that. What the fuck do you want? And that is logically thinking, because what you want is going to allow yourself to set up that structure. But then also you can, what do I want from my dreams and my goals? Adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. Not possible, required. You need to adjust your mindset, adjust what you are doing, adjust what you are acting out on, and this feeling of just wanting to be needed. Do you really actually enjoy that person, or do you enjoy the feeling that they used to give you, or that they give you every now and again, and it's like the slight glimmer of hope? Why are you accepting that? Stop settling for mediocrity. It's just going to be another sad love story, and then you're going to have to deal with it, because at the end of the day, it's a dead end. If you know that this person is right for you, and they know that they're not right for you, but you guys are still in this situation of giving and taking, but you're not getting anything, but you feel like you are, it's a dead end. It's a dead end. Baby, you need to back the fuck out and go a different way, because that way is a dead end. There is a readjustment that is needed. I didn't even spit once on the other one. Y'all gotta get this shit out. Y'all gotta get this shit out, okay? I don't know what this is about, but I'm pretty sure you fucking do. You already know the answer. Stop asking. It could be about this person. It could be about a situation. You already know the answer. Stop asking. This is completely different from asking for more. You deserve it. You already know the answer that you keep asking over and over and over and over. Stop asking. Good thing, bad thing, which I don't really believe is just either a lesson or whatever, right? You already know the answer. Stop asking. Give a little, get a little. 666. 666 is also about taking a step back and reflecting. Is what I'm doing right? Is what I'm saying where I want to lead myself, or my actions correct? Taking a step back. 666. Taking a step back a little bit and reflecting and evaluating yourself, right? If you are giving a little, you're going to get a little. If you're getting a lot, you're going to get a lot. And what I mean by that, if you feel like you are giving a lot to yourself, you're going to get a lot from yourself. If you are giving a little to yourself, you're going to get a little from yourself. But also with this person, if you are giving a little, they're going to give you a little. But in this situation, it's quite unbalanced. I'm hearing that it's quite unbalanced, because you have this necessity to be needed. So take a step back and reflect. Am I giving a little to myself, so I'm only getting a little, and so now I have to go outside of myself to other people that actually need me, because I feel like I can't give more to myself, because I feel like I can't rely or trust and release and rely on myself to think logically? We have happening quickly. It could be the pregnancy happening quickly. With the ideas, it could be it's happening quickly. But what I will do, because I'm a little confused, is we have a question here. Can we clarify third party, please? Can we clarify happening quickly, please? Period. That's what I thought. So yeah, happening quickly, there's something better. It's definitely the pregnancy, and that's 111. So make sure that you are, again, one with yourself, one with alignment, and one with your guides, one with the universe, whomever. 111. If there's something better, we don't need to settle for what is not worthy of us, okay? It's happening quickly. There's something better happening quickly. But if your mind is clouded and you're not clear and you're not thinking and you're sowing your emotions about these old feelings and these past situations, you will fucking miss it. And we do not want that. It'll be gone in the wind, okay? We want that strong gust, okay? Then we got third party, and I just want a clarification on that. And it says, let karma handle it. Let karma handle it. So that can also be in regards to you continuously asking about something and you already know the answer. Let karma handle that shit. Whatever this third party situation is, which is possibly why you need to not take anything personally and stop loving people unconditionally, let karma handle it. Okay? And take a fucking hike. Take a 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 hike. That will also help with you with meditating. If you struggle meditating, sometimes that's why I go outside. Well, actually, that's why I meditate outside. Because it helps me. It helps me. It gets me out of the four walls. It allows me to see nature. Take a hike. Get some fresh air. Get some fresh air. Put your feet in the ground. Hug a tree. Kiss a flower. Shake some ass. Okay? The last card that we have is the emotions. This is a physical emotion. Pain. Shut the fuck up. I'm not fucking pain. I'm sorry. I was looking for a quartz card for the other card, and it's right on the back here. But so we have pain. This is the current physical emotion that you are feeling. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. It says the emotion of pain brings an awareness that something needs attention or a shift in order for growth to continue. Often emotional pain can play on a loop that leaves us vulnerable to its consumption. Interrupting the pain cycle allows us to digest and move through emotional pain or heartache. So like I said, you are thinking about this person, you lost yourself for a while by giving unconditional love to people when you should only unconditionally love yourself. Adjustments, like I said, are required. They are required. It's not a suggestion from Spirit. They're saying that it's required, or else you're going to continuously putting this on a loop. Putting it on a loop. Continuously, it's on a loop, on a loop, on a loop. Why? Okay? You both know y'all ain't right for each other. You feel like they feeding you bullshit. And sometimes bullshit is just things that don't work for you. Things that no longer serve you. Your mindset, your thinking, your environment, your people, that can also be bullshit. Back that shit up and make that constipated and not you. Don't back up your feelings. Don't back up your thinking. Don't back up your body. Okay? The crystals that you want to work with is hematite, quartz, and rose quartz. Again, going inside of yourself, loving on yourself, caring about yourself, okay? So recognize that. Recognize that. Recognize that. Okay? So now, again, for this is again or they call it a hag stone. This is a wishing stone. And for this entire reading to be about you needing to adjust your plans and what's going on and to actually think about yourself in a way that is mindful and critical, taking a step back and reflecting and actually balancing of the emotions in the two. For you to get the wishing stone is basically saying, again, with asking for more, you deserve it. You won't know what to ask for if you don't feel like you deserve to ask for anything. Right? This is about wishing. This literally takes your heart's desires and push them into fruition. Push them into action. Push them into knowing what is going to be right for you, what is ready for you, okay? So, take that realization. It's going to be quite hard to also wish if you're back the fuck up. Let that shit go and breathe, okay? Let that shit go and breathe. Take some adjustments. Take those adjustments because they are required. They are so required for you. Don't get lost. Literally, the affirmation for you is I am reevaluating the situation. That's your literal affirmation. I'm reevaluating the situation. Okay? So, I love you guys. That was the card reading for number 3. Okay? So, I love you guys. And until next time.